Hello there everybody and welcome back to Enter the Wolf Time! Ho ho fucking ho everybody, I hope we're all having a fucking holly jolly Christmas! And yeah, so Merry Christmas from me and from Enter the Wolf Time to you guys. So yeah guys, what have we got in store for you on the show today? Well, personally, I've got a bunch more commissions I've got to show you, and I've got a little something that I've been doing for myself. So yeah guys, the motherfucking Hobbit's out next week! Are you guys excited for The Hobbit? I fucking am, because it's one of my favourite books ever, adapted into an awesome movie! Although, three parts, really? 3 movies out of 1 book? Three movies out of 1 book? I don't really know what the crack is with that, personally, you know, I mean, 2 movies, yes, I can agree with 2, that would have been absolutely fine. However, 3. I know there's a lot that goes on, but is there really enough to cram into 3 movies? Especially if they're going to be as long as the Lord of the Rings ones, like, what, 3 hours long, nearly? That's like 9 hours worth of movie, and do you know what? It's going to be awesome anyway, so why the fuck am I even complaining? Also guys, I'd just like to say, thank you for the guys that are watching and thumbs-upping and liking my D&D sessions with Mr. Pidge and Ems. Yeah guys, they're really, really fun. If you haven't watched them, go back to my videos, go to browse or go to my D&D ones. They're fucking long-ass videos, so stick them on whilst you're painting, whilst you're building, you know, whilst you're jerking off. Not really, because I wouldn't want you to be masturbating, really, to the sound of me and my nerdy friends playing D&D. But yeah, they're really, really good, and hopefully you've actually got enough to keep you guys going through Christmas, those guys that actually like listening to them. They're really quite funny and entertaining, so please guys, if you haven't listened to them already, give them a go. I thank you. Now it's time for the hobby tip!
You wanna fresh?
Okie dokie guys, this week's hobby tip, I'm going to be showing you how to make very cheap and potentially free pre-heresy shoulder pads. Now we've all had the chance, you know, well we've all had the idea of, oh I'd love to do something pre-heresy, absolutely love to do it, however I can't afford the fancy pre-heresy shoulder pads that you can buy online. However, do not fear my friends, if you know anyone that works in retail, or indeed if you work in retail yourself, you'll have access to these. Now these are till roll ends, these are the bits that the paper are coiled round off that your receipts come from. If you don't know anyone in retail, which you should do because 90% of the people do, you can always probably go into the store and just ask if they've got any spare. All they do is throw them out. But essentially you might be thinking, hang on a second Jojo man, this doesn't look like a pre-heresy shoulder pad. Well, it is round about the right thickness to provide a decent bit of armour. Oh, hello, there's a base stuck to my razor saw. You're going to take a razor saw. I mean, you don't have to take a razor saw. I tend to use it just because I've got it, and otherwise I don't use the thing itself. What we're going to do, we're just going to hack through, and we're going to try and make this so that it's even. By even, I mean not at a slant, because it's a ball egg to try and rectify the issue. Let's just move that up there, so I've got a little bit. Fuck's sake. Have I got anything? There we go. A couple do to stabilise that. Just going to hack through it a bit more. Pop goes the weasel. Right, where the fuck's that gone now? It's gone on the floor somewhere. There we go. Okay, so after that you should have something that resembles this. Now again, it still doesn't look like a pre-heresy shoulder pad. What we're going to do is just going to clean all the leftover bits of shit off. And what we're going to do then is we're going to cut that in half again. So we're going to just mark it. Yep, that's about right. You should have seen the other video I did of this. It came out so fucking wonky. However guys, you guys at home can always do this with a lot more care. Yes, I am wearing a dressing gown by the way, because it's fucking cold in the Jojo Man household. But yeah, you guys can take a lot more care and time over this. There we go. So now we have 2 bits like that. And because of the slant, it kind of gives a bit more of an edge to it. It makes it look a bit more raised at the one side. Now, as you guys can see, so there's still bits of crap all over them. Again, if you just stick them on like that, piss, dropped it. If you just stick them on like that, then it's not going to look the greatest. I'm trying to stretch down now without getting my face in the camera. Yeah, it's not going to look the greatest like that, so what you can do, you can add some rivets and stuff to it, make it look a bit more Space Marine-y. I tend to trim the corners off, you know, one side of each shoulder pad, and yeah, it looks a little bit nicer. But yeah, guys, so cheap and potentially free Pre-heresy shoulder pads. Yeah. Thanks for watching, and on with the rest of the show. Okie dokie guys, so on today's show, let me just roll up my sleeves. On today's show, we're going to be looking at a couple of miniatures that I've done for commissions. We're going to try and zoom out a little bit and try and get both my hands in, but it didn't work. Okay, so we're going to look at some commissions, and one thing that I've done for myself. God damn it, I need to get a new fucking mat to show stuff on. This is getting really grotty. But yeah, the first thing I'm going to show you is actually a really, really interesting commission that someone asked me to do. He asked me to do a Primarch commission, and he wanted me to do him Ferrus Manus of the Iron Hands. Now I know I've got a bunch of guys that watch the show that actually do Iron Hands and are a big fan of Iron Hands, so let me know what you guys think, and everybody should let me know what you think, because that way I can improve and I can grow as a hobbyist. Now this is essentially, well no, this is completed, so this is ready to be shipped off as soon as I receive payment, and as you can see, here he is. What we're going to do, we're just going to zoom in a little bit. Yeah, this is Ferrus Manus. He stands roughly about 1.5 heads taller than a regular Terminator, not including the stone base, so obviously he's going to look a bit more big and imposing on the actual battlefield. Yeah. I try to use a mix of concept art for this. Now, there's some concept art that depict him as having, you know, these metal spikes, like 5 or 6 of them going around him. I decided to just use 2, just because it makes the power armor, the Terminator armor, look a bit more interesting. Let's see, he's not got that much Imperial iconography on him, because from what I led to believe, that the Ferrus Manus was very in touch with the AdMech and stuff like that, and as such wanted to perfect himself and make himself better and so on and so forth. So he's got a lot of Adeptus Mechanicus and a lot of mechanical bits on it. Now, and move around, he's got a big ass shield there, because a lot of the models, a lot of the concept art do depict him with a hammer and a shield. Some of them depict him with a hammer and a sword, some of them depict him with a big axe, but shield and hammer were the bonds that I decided to go for. Okay, moving around, we've got a huge, great big servo harness going on here with a Macandrite and 2 servo arms coming out. We've got a big ass servo arm. Now, if you look at his posture as well, one thing I'd like to say, he's in quite a defensive stance with his shield up and his servo arm protecting his upper half, which I thought was really, really cool. You know, I've not done like a defensive positioned kind of miniature as of yet, and this was quite an interesting one. The shield, if any of you guys are wondering, like, where the fuck did Joe Man get that shield from? That's a really old metal piece that I had. That's from the Barbaretta or Enforcer Inquisitor model, but it was just the perfect size for Ferrus Manus. Okay, moving around, the servo harness. Again, you might be wondering, what the fuck did he make the servo harness out of? Well, it's a backpack of a Devastator, and it's also the bottom half of a very, 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 very old Necron Destroyer. Which looked really, really cool. It just looks a bit more interesting, a bit more Dark Age of technology-ish. Macandrite just made out of green stuff with the Necron Gauze Flare tip at the end. He's got, well, the actual arm was actually off my own personal Tech Marine model, which I don't actually use, so I thought, fuck it, why not cannibalise it? And then the other little servo arm was actually off of a Tech Priest engine share that I had, and I wanted to give him, you know, more than one servo arm, because I could. His hammer is, it's basically the end of a hammer that I have had in my bits box for fucking years and years, and I've never found a chance to actually use it on a model line. On this one I finally did. Basically made off something from a steam tank, and I don't know what the other thing for. I think the weird thing here looks like a cog is actually off of a I think it's off a, not a Venerable Dreadnought, a Ironclad Dreadnought or something like that, but it looks really, really cool. Now, you might have noticed as well, his arms are actually unarmoured, because the thing with Ferrus Manus, the reason why he kind of goes for self-protection, and the reason why he's a little bit different than the other Primarchs is that his arms are actually made of metal, because when he was on his homeworld, he fought a great big metal snake thing, drowned it in lava, and as the snake's flesh melted, it melted onto and fused with his own. So he's got these big metal arms, like Jax from Mortal Kombat, which is really cool. Now, I've got to say, I did struggle with this miniature quite a bit because of the fact that it was bare-armed and not armoured Terminator arms. Now that really threw me because it made the miniature look really out of proportion. I tried everything. I tried Orc arms, Orc knob arms, and they just looked too big. I tried regular Orc arms with Ogre hands and Minotaur hands and stuff. They still didn't work. So in the end I just went for Orc arms with Orc hands, and it looks really, really good. It just looks that whole little bit different. A little bit different from a regular Terminator armour. I mean, I'll show you a regular Terminator next to him. If I can just zoom out. Yeah, regular Terminator, Ferrus Manus. Ferrus Manus looks a whole lot bigger and beastier. I wanted the pre-heresy kind of look because I think that the Grey Knight torso is a very pre-heresy with the open top rather than the big hole going over. So yeah, so that's that. Yeah, got some Orc shoulder pads over inverted Terminator shoulder pads as well, just again to make it look a bit different. But yeah, guys, this was a really nice miniature to make. And if any of you guys want any other Primarchs doing, get them while they're hot. Because I'm doing Primarch miniatures for 25 quid. Reason being is there'll probably be bits that I've got in my bits box that I'll never be able to get hold of again that go into them. But yeah, Primarch miniatures, 25 quid, guys. Come on. You know it's cheaper than Forge World. But yeah, this is a really cool model. Please, please, please let me know what you guys think. And yeah, he's ready to be shipped off, just awaiting payment. Cool. The second miniature I'm going to show you is a Pre-heresy miniature. This is actually using the hobby tip that I've just shown you guys. This is a Pre-heresy Wolf Lord for as a commission. Now, as you can see, use the Pre-heresy shoulder pads that I used out the tiller roll, and they turned out really, really well. The only thing the guy wanted for this, he wanted a combi melter bolter, which I happily provided, and he also wanted a big ass fucking frost axe. Now this frost axe here is actually my first attempt at carving with plastic card, and I think that the actual axe blade turned out really, really well. There's actually a Space Wolf Thunderhammer arm with the Thunderhammer bit clipped off, but I just think it looks a bit, you know, more mix of Imperial and Space Wolf with the whole wingy thing going on there and the wolf skulls and the wolf iconography and stuff. But yeah. Very, very cool model to do. Yeah, what else can I say about it? We've got a lot of like the old Pre-heresy style, you know, with the extra armour, big, thick and chunky Terminator armour, the big shoulder pads with the rivets and stuff. I also included a what I think looks a bit more Pre-heresy backpack. Also as well, because Terminator armour with capes and things, I always think to myself, well, the cape would really obstruct the vents and stuff at the back of the Terminator armour, so I tend to put these backpacks over ones with capes, especially Pre-heresy ones, because I think it just adds a bit more Pre-heresy look to them. So we've got a wolf head there with a bit of armour on, we've got some sculpted wolf pelts, we've got the actual, to disguise the fact that it's just arms stuck in there without anything going over them, and we've got some sculpted fur right in there, and we've got some wolf tail talismans coming out, and I think it really polished off the model nicely. Got some jangly jangles going on here off the edges. Not much iconography going on the face because I thought there's a lot of detail going around, and if I did any iconography there it would really detract from the head. This head is still in debate, so you know UI has ordered this. If you don't like the head, let me know and I'll change it. But yeah, other than that, he's pretty much done. Oh yeah, slate base. I actually wanted this to be a bit more of an extravagant base, so we've got some slate sticking out here. It's going to get painted up like ice crystals, so it's going to be like ice, ice, baby. Ding, 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 ding. Ding, 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 ice, ice, baby. Right, okay, whatever, I'm rambling. But yeah, so we've got a custom slate base there as well. Again, this miniature just went for 20 quid, and you can get yourself something like it. Yeah, please let me know what you think of the Pre-heresy Wolf Lord. Again, I really like it. I think the cape's awesome. I think everything about this miniature is awesome, pretty much. So yeah, please let me know what you guys think. Okay, next thing I'm going to show you. This is something that I'm doing for me, myself, and Irene. No, just me and myself. Basically, I've not done something for myself for a while, and I was thinking, do you know what? I wouldn't mind doing a small little army of orcs, maybe, you know, a big mech force or something. So I started scratch building this orc war boss. Now, as you can see, it is 90% made of bits, just random bits. Now, one of the things that excuse me whilst I die. One of the things that I really like about it is the fact that the legs, I was really, really happy on the overall construction of the legs. I thought they looked really, really good. They actually look like they work as well, not just like randomly stuck together, with lots of worky bits and things. But yeah, I was very, very chuffed. Essentially, we've got legs here. I wanted this to be a bigger than average war boss. I mean, he's almost as big as a freaking Contempt of Dread. If I just put them side by side. In fact, no, I'd say he is the same size as a Contempt of Dreadnought, which is pretty fucking awesome. Not quite as wide, but still, you know, formidable match. But yeah, as we can see, made of lots of random vehicle parts. Basically, I used all the parts on this that I was never, ever going to use. So I thought, fuck it, let's just fucking make done with them and find some project that I can use them in. The actual claw is really interesting. I didn't want to go for the stereotypical power claw with blades, so I went for a power claw with like fucking chain rippy blades and stuff like that, and it just looks really different. It just doesn't look quite like a power claw. I like it. I know a lot of you guys are like, oh, it's not a proper power claw, but so be it. It's my miniature. It's for funsies. Yeah, so he's probably about, I don't know, 50% done in terms of construction. Need to work out what I'm going to do for the other arm. I think I'm going to do some kind of big blast kind of thing, some kind of big custom mega blaster kind of weapon, or I might even make this a big mech with a shock attack gun and have like a big shock attack gun attached to it, which would be pretty cool. But yeah, guys, let me know what you think of the overall partial construction on that. Yeah. I'll just zoom in a little bit and I'll pan it round. Again, we've got a lot of battle damage on this. We've got some like bullet holes, which are really, really cool. I like doing these kind of bullet holes quite a lot because I just think they look so much better than just drilling holes into it. Because obviously if you shot a bullet into something, it would actually crack and it would actually, you know, splinter and stuff. As you can see, we've got a lot of battle damage, a lot of scuffing, scratching, slashes and stuff like that. Some worky bits down there, and with his crotch can. Crotch can is thrusting in your direction. Cross can is I can't speak. Partially because I'm ill. But yeah, guys. So they're the three things that I wanted to show you. Also, I'd just like to show you as well. I have a couple more announcements. First thing, I sold the Mortarion commission, the conversion that I did, so thank you to who bought that. Thank you lot. I hope that the guy you bought it for is going to appreciate it, and if not, and also I'd like to see it painted, because it's very, very rare that I get to see any of my commissions once they're fully done and stuff like that. So guys, if any of you had a commission off me in the past, any of you guys are listening, please, please, please send me an email to my, to my Gmail, about, show me your pictures of the painted stuff. I'd really like to see. Oh, do you know what? Even better, make a video response. I would love to see it. Absolutely love it. But yeah, so the only commission that I have left really is this one here. Now, I found his magnetized base. Now, this one was going for 25. Like I said, I've dropped this down to 20 quid. Again, I'll show you a bit more in case you guys couldn't be bothered going on the other video. He's magnetized the resin base. He's magnetized the other base. So if you want, true line of sight purposes, you can still, put him on that if you don't want to give him the extra centimetre. Other things that he's got, like I say, he's fully magnetized hammer and storm shield there. He's also got a bunch of other weapons and things. He's got a big-ass sword. Big-ass sword which is made out of a scalpel blade. Yeah, fucking Final Fantasy style, so it looks pretty fucking cool. He's also got this glaive fisty slicey arm, which is again pretty cool as well. And he's got a bunch of other arms that come with him. So he's going for 20 quid, guys. Just 20 quid, and you can have something that's awesome, something that's custom, and something that's overall magnetized as well. Back from the days when my Dremel wasn't quite broken. But yeah, so I say 20 quid, guys. Get in touch with me if you want him. Now, I also have another commission. Do you remember the Grey Knight Grandmaster from the other episode? Of course you guys do, because he was awesome. This guy here. Well, I'd just like to say that this will be going up for grabs on Friday because the guy that wanted it hasn't paid me, and it's been over, hang on, let me just get the email up here, tell you how many days it's been. It was supposed to be about 2 weeks ago and I was supposed to be paid for this miniature. Can't find it. There we go, Grey Knight Grandmaster. There we go. The last time I got a communication from the guy was on the 8th of December. It is now the 13th, so 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, so 5 days ago without communication. Sometimes people don't end up paying for stuff, and I end up passing on the commission possibilities onto you guys. So if you guys want this Grey Knight Grandmaster with the awesome sculpted holy fire going up the sword and the purity seals and the extra chunky Stormbolter, give me a shout, give me a PM. Like I say, it is first come, first serve, so if the guy that wanted this gets me the money before anybody else, it goes to him. And likewise, if somebody else gets me the money before him, it goes to you. So please give me a shout, guys, if you want to get your hands on this miniature. Overall, that's pretty much all I've got to show you guys. Yeah, commissions are still going on. I've got my new green stuff in, so I can continue doing loads more stuff. Like I say, Space Marine sized miniatures are just £20, so please let me know, guys, and yeah, send me a PM on what you think so far. Have a good one, guys, and have a happy Christmas. See you again. Ta-ra.
Okay, guys, it's now time for the Ask Me Anything section of the show. The part of the show where you write into me and literally ask me anything. And I gotta say, I had quite a lot of Ask Me Anythings last episode, so thank you guys, keep them coming, keep them coming. I didn't just thought I had a lot to choose from this year, so this time. So I got the 4 that I liked the most. And some guys I actually picked that haven't actually asked me anything question before there, so yeah, well done, thanks for asking me anything. The first question comes from Pelihai100, and he says, what do I do for work? Well, I work during the weekends. I work at an electrical retailer. Not going to say exactly which one because of online restrictions and all that bullshit that companies have these days. My mask is wonky again. So I'm not going to actually say where I work, but essentially I have access to a lot of tech at my disposal. So yeah, I'm going to leave it at that one. So that was the first one done. The second one comes from Savage Models. I love your stuff, it's absolutely awesome. Your paint jobs are fantastic. Anyway, what we're going to do, it's fallen off. Oh well, to hell with it. He asks, what do I want from Santa Claus this year? And a couple of things I can name off list. I want Phil Kelly to go suck a dick. I want Games Workshop to burn in hell for the jacking up the prices. I then want Games Workshop's prices to fall down. I then want Forge World to come cheaper as well. Generally, I just want, peace and goodwill amongst hobbyists and gamers. That's what I want. So yeah, that's kind of what I want from Santa Claus. But on a realistic thing, I've actually, I think I might be. I've asked for a Nexus 7 this year, little tablito. Was going to go for the iPad Mini, but I can't justify paying £400 for something that's smaller than the other one for £400. It makes no fucking sense to me. So I thought, hey, fuck it. I'm treading on this post-it. So I thought, hey, fuck it, Nexus 7, it's made by Google with users in mind, so it's going to be better for all my YouTubing and things like that. So yeah, guys, that's primarily what I want for Christmas. Let's stick that up there. Right, next question. Next question comes from WolfBrother2501. Now he asks, in a medieval world of war, if I had to choose from... excuse me, fuck! I think I just cocked up a lung. He asked me, in a medieval world of war, if I had to choose from an axe, a sword, or a spear, which one would I choose and why? And the answer to that is relatively simple. I would choose an axe because they're so much more durable weapons. They can also be used for multiple things, plus they just look awesome. I wouldn't choose a sword because if you hit a sword wrongly, it can break, it can snap in two. Also, it takes an awful lot for you to actually get in a critical strike with a sword. You're going to hit it in the right, and if we're talking medieval with like armour and shit all over, sword's really not going to do much. You're just going to glance off, then you're going to die. A spear would be good, however, they're for, keeping stuff at bay, quite long range. Now, if something got up close, you'd be a bit fucked, you'd be a bit up shit creek without a paddle on that one. So yeah, definitely an axe. Just because, you could have one in each hand kind of thing, and you go bam, 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 bam. Plus, they're really heavy and clubby. So even if you did have someone with really heavy armour on, all you got to do... Well, fuck it, where's my axe gone? Where's my fucking axe? I can't get to the bastard. Okay, here's an axe. You got someone coming at you, they've got really heavy armour on, you're like, oh shit, this isn't going to actually do anything. all you do is turn it around and use the blunt end to hit them in the head. That way it'll actually indent the armour. Possibly the armour might break the skull and they'll just drop dead. Also, like I say, you can use it for a lot of other things. You can use it for opening stuff. You can use it for hacking down a tree if you're out in the wilderness to, you know, make a campfire and stuff like that. But yeah, it would definitely be an axe. Something awesome like this one. Where's my bastard post-it notes gone? Okay, next and last question we have from Z Jungle. Or Z Jungle. My battery's about to run out, my camera's going to be really fast. I can't read my own handwriting. Would you have followed Horus or stayed loyal to the Emperor if I was a space marine in the time of the Horus heresy? Well, I'll be completely honest with you on that one. I would have stayed loyal to the Big E. Big E all the way, homeboys. I would have been a Space Wolf Marine, of course, if I had the choice. I would have followed Russ, you know, and stayed on the Big East side. Gonna kill me some 1,000 suns, motherfuckers! Fucking stab those 1,000 suns in the face. Fucking hit those 1,000 suns in the face with a fucking axe. But yeah, so that's it for the Ask Me Anything section. That's it for Into the Wolf time. Please get in touch with me if you want a commission. Fuck, I just realised I've just fucking coughed inside my mask before. I just fucking, that is disgusting. But yeah, guys, send me more Ask Me Anything, send me more commissions, and yeah, guys, have a good one, have a good Christmas. See you guys again next time. Goodbye now, see ya.